Isn't it a great time to be alive?
Let me tell you, Doc, I'm buzzing with excitement here.
Nice to be here with you, Alan. Oh man, the puns are endless. So, guys, I'm here with Alan. I hope you remember him. Good friend of mine from Israel. And yeah,
Yo.
he's also back playing some Minecraft with us lately. He was very busy, with the military back then. Yeah, and now he's here again and obviously already contributing well to the community. We've been spending hours and hours hanging out there, and the guys kept spending digging into research with the bees overnight. And yeah, now we came up with some pretty good designs. Ilmango also released a video showing a nice honey farm that was based on the research that was done here. And this little thing here is the culmination of hours of staring at bees. And this is what is it called? Like Honeycomb Farm, right? So you can harvest
hmm
honey and honeycombs from them bees, like with bottles. You get honey, and with shears you can get combs. So right in there you can see that is actually a bee's nest. There's also the beehive in the game, but in this early stage that is still a little bit buggy. So normally beehives will do the same thing than bee nests. And what do beehives do? Well, those bees, there can be up to 3 bees at the same time in one hive. They would fly around and they gather honey. And they do that by going to flowers. And then, when they're done gathering honey after a little bit, they go back into their hive, and then they will dispense items in there. And the more they come back and forth, the faster it fills up. It has 5 levels, and when level 5 is reached, level 5 honey level, right, you can
hmm
shear or bottle them. So in this case, we want to get the honeycombs, and there's also future plans. Looks like there's some hidden blocks in the game already that say crystallized honey and so on. So this will become more useful. At the moment, I mean, you can eat them, I guess, right? There's not much to them yet. So the principle of a farm like that, and I think we only have 5 bees in there at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So
yeah. 3 inside and 2 out.
yeah, so we can add another one if you want, Alan. So maybe we can explain what's going on here. So the idea with this farm is, first of all, there is 6 bees assigned to this one beehive. And as you could just see, there was a switcheroo, right? Did you see that pop, pop, pop? Bees go in and out.
hmm
So the new bees that come out now, you can see by their butts being like only brown, they have no pollen at them yet. But now they're buzzing around these flowers, and you can see this one already has pollen now. And now they actually want to go back into the hive, but they can't, as the hive is blocked by 3 bees being in there already. And there's a cooldown for the bees. They will remain in the hive for at least 2,400 ticks, and then they will come out. But as soon as this happens, as soon as the bees that are in there are getting out, there will be a quick switcheroo. All these other bees that are waiting now to get back in, will replace the ones, and the ones that come out will have no pollen attached to them. So yeah, and whenever a bee comes back to the hive and enters it, it will increase the honey level of the hive by 1. So yeah, at the moment, as I said, it's nests, but in the next snapshot, I'm pretty sure you can already use the hives. So yeah, what happens here now, and hopefully we can see a harvesting cycle soon. It should happen when they switch around the next time. We have a dispenser attached right next to the hive here, and it's pointing in there with shears. As you can see, they take durability. That happens when they shear off the honeycombs. Right here, we detect the power level that is coming out of this hive. So with this comparator here, we go down, and then we would trigger this dispenser here, and we just have that in subtraction mode and add a certain power level from the side. That is power level 3. So
hmm
what happens here is the maximum power level that will come out here, if this hive is completely filled, will be 4. That is just how it's wired. And we subtract, and if there's a power of +1 here, we have a ejection. So this is how this always works. So yeah, these bees are waiting for the switch around, and there it happened. As you can see, all the bees that are out now don't have pollen again. See, and now they will be flying around, getting more pollens. So this makes it a little bit more efficient because we get a quick switch. You can also see here on the sides, at the main center position where the bees are operating, we have glass panes. That means we give them a little bit more leeway. You can already see these bees are buzzing around a little bit. So now what happens if you have more bees in there? In an enclosed situation like that, which is pretty much the same thing. You have the flower, you have the hive. And by the way, where the flower sits, so this spot here, let me quickly pick up that flower. This spot here, this is where bees want to forcefully spawn. And you can just see it was a perfect timing.
Wow, that
Yeah.
timing.
I placed this block here and the bee escaped the enclosure, you know? And
Yeah, he spawned out here.
yeah, he spawned out here. If you don't have this area blocked, now the bees will always stay in the enclosure. Problem is though now, see? Yeah, perfect.
Wow.
Wow, these bees are really helping along, man. So yeah, see that one stayed in. So problem now is though, if you have more bee entities in there, could well be that one bee is at that spot when the other bee pops out and then they bump each other. And if you have full blocks like here, it could be that the bee glitches in this glass block here and then escapes. So that's why we have here around the flowers and where the bees should spawn. Technically it's right here, this block right in front of us. We have the glass panes. And that's kind of the idea behind it. And we tested this for quite some long time, warping it as well. And it seems it is quite stable. What's going on site, man? Super loud car annoyances. Anyways, so yeah, if you want to build one of these setups, you have to only know a few things. I mean, here switcheroo happened again.
There you go, it worked.
Yeah. So key is you have this strip of 3 dirt here, and we use tall flowers because it seems with the tall flowers, as bees check directly below them if there is something they can pollinate, this increases the chances of them pollinating quickly. As you can see, one is already pollinated, you know, and those bump each other all the time. So you want to give them several options where they can actually get their pollen. One flower, you could make this maybe a little bit more compact, but then the bees would constantly get in their way. They already do, and this is, you know, this seems to work fine. We will have all bees, see, all 3 are repollinated before the new ones come out. It's very crucial, if you look at the footprint of the thing from on top, to fill in all corners. You can see we go all the way around, because these bees can actually pass fine through corners, and if you don't really build this one-to-one, also around here, right, we have everything blocked in, full, no corners for them to glide through diagonally or look, because they could get distracted and then maybe, you know, constantly want to find out instead of actually, you know, doing their job, going back and forth. Yeah, and here for the composter, just to show you, the composter power level needs to be on 3. You can achieve that by adding, for example, 3 pumpkin pie. That is always guaranteed that it will jump up a power level, but you see power level 3 here, right? And if you look at that one, we have the same power level in here, and then there's pretty much a comparator pointing in this comparator on subtraction mode. You see it's activated here. Then 1, 2, redstone line, right? And then you come out here. And we just read out via this block from pretty much the hive. And below, that is quite important, and another switcheroo happened. If you want to pick up the honeycombs properly, you want to have a minecart here. See that? Minecart on a hopper pointing into your chest you want to put stuff out to. And that's pretty much it. I don't think you would need a block by block tutorial. I'm going to do one more very slow fly around so you can get all angles to be sure, but that should be relatively simple to do. Obviously this hopper points into this dispenser and the dispenser points into the hive. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Not much redstone to it, just these few dusts and dots. And yeah, that's it. Here you pick it up, that's how it looks from below. And one more time, the top view. And yeah, this is a nice way to set up a fairly decent honeycomb farm. You can probably stack several of these together and go for more efficiency, but you know, this is all about principal research, and if you really want to see the hardcore versions and amped up versions, you know, for hardcore farming, I would suggest you definitely keep an eye out on Ilmango's channel. You know them, guys of the SciCraft, right? They will always take you to the next level. So yeah, anyways, thanks a lot, man. Alan put a lot of work into this one. Great stuff. Much appreciated, and yeah, I hope we can do some more fun bee experiments in the future. Hopefully maybe the area effect for pollinating gets a bit increased or something, and there will be some tweaking. But the base mechanics I like quite a lot already, and there's a little fun thing you can play around a bit. And yeah, let's see what honeycombs and honey will do to the game. Could be unlimited potential, could be just another food source. I'm hoping there's more to it. So we will see. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye guys.